Hello everybody, welcome back to this channel. I am Medium Kim and it's wonderful to be here with you today. We are talking about rituals. Rituals at the time of death and rituals in everyday living. So how can we make our life more sacred and more open to spirit? Is it possible to do that with ritual? And I thought about this because I had some experiences in hospice that brought me to this. So in the meantime though, I would just like to say thank you to the new subscribers. It's great to have you here. And thank you to the old subscribers. I so appreciate every comment. I love to read them and hopefully I get to comment back. And anyway, it warms my heart to have this wonderful collaborative community. And rather than competition, and here we are in this new age of collaboration and joining together as a community to make a more powerful spiritual community as we rise up. Here we are, so thank you. All right, so I'm bringing this up because a couple weekends ago, I had an experience of two deaths. One had ritual, one had very little ritual. So there's no judgment about which one is better, but I'm just giving you some ideas that you can think about for yourself in your everyday life and at the time of transition. So one family I went to was a Saturday. Actually, both these were Saturday, Sunday. I met them Saturday, they died on Sunday. So Saturday I arrived and I'm thinking, wow, I love this family. I see sage wreaths. I walk in, there's angel cards, they have candles lit, it smells like sage. I'm hearing some chanting. So, beautiful kind of atmosphere, but the wife is actually, she wants to spend time with her husband who's in transition. And so that was important to her. And at the time of transition, which was the next day, she wanted a few hours to do the rattling, chanting, the sage, to go over, just to remember, just to have a special time with him the last few moments with some of her friends as well. She told me they had been married 30 years. They were both drug and alcohol addicts that recovered, and they had been sober for 30 years together. So they were like, like soulmates here together. So it was very special. So she wanted to make it a sacred time. Now the other family had a wonderful grandfather. They loved him, they adored him. He was a vet, and he was well respected. But and they spent all day with him the day of death. Now after he died, they decided no ritual. They wanted the body out of there as soon as possible so the grandkids could come over. So they actually didn't even want to look at the body, did nothing, okay? So really two different things. Again, no judgment. Everybody has to do what's right for them. But I think we can have rituals in our everyday life to make the day as sacred as possible. So I asked my guide, who you guys might know, some questions about ritual. I said, does it matter at the end of life or during our everyday life if we have rituals? And she said, the fact that we are here lends itself to ritual. The fact that there is a rhythm to the day, i.e. the 24 hours of a day on the earth plane, allows for a set of rituals to lead our energies into a state of receptivity to the divine. The divine wholeness of all we are and all there is. It sets the stage for events to supplant in a special way. It's like manifesting, creating specialness. An invitation to spirit to join you in joyous reunion of life on earth. The energies that you are and we are come together beautifully in ritual. We can love you from many directions. And as you go into the zone of our ritual, we can blend with you and allow more sacred in your life. The rituals create a repetition and invitation, such as things as folding the laundry, gardening, walking, doing the dishes, driving, mowing the lawn. Those can also lend itself to repetition, which allows you to go into the zen of life, which brings in spirit. Okay, so I thought that was beautiful. Anyway, so I want to tell you a story of a hospice family that I met yesterday. This is awesome. You guys want to watch this, okay? I knock on the door. The guy's already passed. So the sister-in-law opens the door and she says, "Come on in, come in." And she's tearful, and she says, "But she's having a hard time, and she's sensitive in her ears, and she's sensitive in her eyes, and she's just really sensitive right now." And so I walk in, and the wife of the husband is there with the daughter. The daughter apparently is the one who's very sensitive auditory and visually. And I'm not sure why the sister-in-law was telling me this, but I guess she wanted me to be quiet. I'm not sure. I'm always quiet. I'm always respectful of that when I walk in, but no matter. Anyway, so they're taking pictures. So the daughter is taking pictures of the wife, and their dad has passed. He's a young man. He's only 61. And he's a heart doctor, by the way. She was a nurse, retired nurse. But they're holding hands, and so they're getting pictures of the hands together. And then they're doing different poses with the hands on the cheek and different things like that. So I'm being very respectful. And I talked to them about rituals. I said, "Wow, what a beautiful ritual at the time of death." Some people will do a flower, some people will do a prayer or a song, some people will put a special blanket on the person who's passed, but this beautiful ritual of holding hands and taking pictures of that, I just really was touching. And then I said, I remember one time, and I've done a video about this. One time I was with a family and we were saying a prayer at the time of transition, and the whole room turned white. This white cloud came down, and I told them about that. And the sister-in-law said, "Well, I was taking a picture about 5 minutes after he passed, and I couldn't get it to focus. And I just saw I saw a funny white light around him, and I couldn't figure it out. But I didn't see it with my eyes. I saw it only on my phone camera." And so she showed me the picture, and wow, you guys, okay, 5 minutes after he passed, and since I don't have the picture, I'm going to kind of try to explain it. So pretend this green is the man. This is the floor, this is the bed, this is the man. And he had this was white though, in the camera. One was the brightest white light. You couldn't see through it. It was so white. The other one was a lighter, more see-through white. Both of them were above him. And she said, "I couldn't get the camera to focus. I just kept seeing the white light around him." And I said, that's spirit photography. You just took a picture of his spirit leaving the body. Now, whether it was his spirit in two places or a spirit coming to meet him, and his spirit is what I think, because I'm saying that now, I'm getting the chills on that. The white, brightest light was a spirit coming for him, and he was the lighter, more opaque. They were like that. So it was beautiful, you guys. I've never heard of that. And she's just like, "Well, the phone camera wasn't focusing. I just couldn't get it." I'm like, "Oh my God, you don't know what you got on your camera." So anyway, I'm encouraging this ritual, whatever it is, ritual of transition. Take a picture. Who knows what you're going to get in that camera? What if you're doing something special? Maybe when you're meditating, take a picture, see what you get. Take a picture of yourself, maybe even after you meditate, and see if you see any orbs or spirits or guides, or so how fun that would be. So anyway, just food for thought, you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and share if you have, and I will be back again very soon. Blessings.